Hey guys, it's Josie, and today I wanted to show you how I made these super easy pot holders. I actually made them for my mom for Mother's Day, and I'm really happy with how they turned out, so let's just get right into the video. To make these pot holders, you will need some cotton batting. So I have the Wrap and Zap 100% natural cotton batting, also 100% cotton fabric, and 100% cotton thread. If you want to do like bias tape or a trim or anything around the edges, that will also have to be 100% cotton because it is going to be dealing with the heat and touching things that are hot. If you use any synthetic materials, they could melt and or burn you. So that is why you want to make sure everything is 100% cotton. With my fabric laid out and ironed, I'm going to mark out a 10" by 10" square and then cut it out. And I'm going to repeat that 4 times so I can make 2 pot holders. Now I have all 4 square pieces cut out. Then I'm going to use the extra strip I cut off from the very first square as my loops for the pot holders because my strip is already 2 inches wide and I'm gonna make each one 4 inches long, and this has plenty of fabric to do too. So I'm gonna cut out 2 pieces that are 4 inches by 2 inches for the loops. Then I'm going to fold them in half and iron them, and then open it back up and fold each side into the middle as well, and then fold it in half one more time. Now I'm going to cut out my batting. I'm going to be cutting out 4 pieces again, so 2 for each pot holder, and I'm just going to use the fabric pieces that I cut out as a guide for how big I'm cutting out the batting pieces. Going back to the 2 strips that we cut out for the loops, we're just going to sew along the folded edge here to close them up. Now I can take the strips that I made and turn them into the loop. So I'm going to actually angle them so they're more of a loop than just leaving them straight down, but you can do whichever way, it'll still work the same. And then I'm going to take one and put it in the middle of one of my pieces of fabric and then sew it down. Now that our loops are sewn on, we can assemble the pot holders before we sew. I'm doing both pieces of the cotton batting, then my plain piece of fabric, and then the piece of fabric with the loop on it is going to go face down on top of the other one, making sure that the loop is on the inside between the two pieces of fabric. Using some clips, I'm just going to make sure everything is held together. And now we can sew all the way around, leaving a gap to flip it right sides out. With both of the pot holders sewn together, I'm just going to cut off the excess on the sides here so that the seams aren't as bulky, and then we will flip it around right side out. To finish the opening that we had, I folded the edges on the inside, and I'm just going to sew along the entire outside edge of the pot holder. After I sewed along the edges, I went ahead and did an X through them as well, but you can do whatever sort of quilting you want on the inside, or you could also just leave it plain, but this is what the finished pot holders look like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, you can like and subscribe down below, or leave a comment on what you want to see next, and have a nice day!